Speaking of martial artists and training, let's hear the mind-blowing Michael Jai White stories.
Okay. Uh, First off, I'm not here to bash. I'm not going to bash the man, but I will say the things I experienced with him. When we first met was interesting. It was interesting. I ain't gonna say that part, but there was a cute like he it was for Blood and Bone.
Okay.
The
That's a great
premiere of
movie.
Blood and
I
Bone
love
in
that
New York.
movie.
I love, yeah, like one of my favorites, seriously. And I looked up to Michael Jai White.
Sure.
I would see him when he was just an extra. It was something about him. It was just something about him. It oozed out. He was like different from the rest of the guys. You never seen a 6'1", 200 plus guy move as fast as he could, And I remember I would see him he was in everything. He was in Renegade with Lorenzo.
Yeah, I heard
Lamas.
about that. I heard he was in an episode of that.
Yeah, he was in that, and he did like so many different martial arts films, and and it was like there's one that I really liked back in the day. It was called Ballistic, and Corey Everson was in it. The
Miss Olympia, yes.
And dude, I got them all, bro. I got them all. I got stuff that nobody knows about, but I got it. I've had it, So I was like, I gotta meet this dude, talk to him, rap with him, discuss the arts. Like I'm a nerd, bro. I'm a martial arts nerd. Like I'm a nerd when it comes to martial arts. So I'm like, okay. And there was a Q&A after the movie was done. And people are asking whatever their questions, and now I'm like 325 at the time, and I was with my friend Jermaine Bailey. He's a Wing Chun Sifu, and I got it was time for my question, and my friend, he was like, "Oh Lord, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?" So I asked him, "How come you don't have guys your size?" You're in your movies fighting you. You always have guys that are smaller than you, like extremely small. And he says, well, because I can't find I got my size that can move like me. We have combed the earth. That's what he said. And well, I said, well, what if you found that person? What would you do? I'd hire him. And I said, well, my name is R. Marcus Taylor. I'm 6'3", 325 pounds. And I can do backflips. I can do parkour. I can do weapons, whatever you want to do in front of everybody right now if you need me to. And everybody started clapping. It's like, yeah, nice. I see it. And he was like, no. I know about you. I see you on Facebook. Trust me, I need you more than you need me. That's his words. And actually, that's on YouTube. I got to find that.
Wow.
That's on YouTube, that whole thing. So I was like, okay, cool. And we would always meet. Like some martial arts function or fight, professional fight event, we would always meet each other. And I was just like, okay, it's been like 2 years. I'm building my resume. Like, what's going on? But in a way, it's partly my fault because I expected an opportunity not to be in it. I never want that. I want to earn everything I get.
Sure.
Makes me sleep at night. So I know I would see him get other dudes opportunities. I was like, we've had conversations on the phone about these things, and he said some very interesting things that I didn't agree with. And I was just like, you a punk.
Well, what did he say exactly aside from that Bruce Lee's not a fighter and other things like that?
Bruce Lee was not a fighter.
Dude, that was one of the things too that got me like upset. Like, first off, him saying, listen, he can say what he wants. He has a right. He's a very accomplished, one of the best martial artists you'll ever see.
It is the truth.
No, that's hands down. I'm not debating that. He's like in the high level of martial arts. no doubt. And his athleticism, he could have been, he might have could have been any type of athlete and prosper from it. And but my whole thing is, why would you talk about a man that died 40 years ago? That is the reason why all of us are doing martial arts in the first place.
Yeah.
It's like telling your father, I'm going to kick my father's ass.
Bruce Lee would be no match for
Me.
It was the most disrespectful thing I heard.
Yeah,
and it made me like, what is in, like, are you high?
Bruce Lee is 132 pounds. I outweigh him by 100 pounds. He could. Oh, size matters, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Did you take actual crack? Like, I mean, seriously, I was just like, you coked out when you said that shit? I just like, I'm old school, you know, and it's like there's a martial arts code. You know, you respect your elders that helped you or inspired you.
Oh yeah. You
give them praise and gratitude. You don't do that to, you know, don't be disrespectful to one of the, and honestly, like the godfather of martial arts movies. I mean, that's arguable because we have Shaw Brothers before, you know, Bruce Lee, but I'm just like, Bruce Lee was the prototype, bro. How can you get mad at, like, why would you even say it? Even if you could beat him, you shouldn't even say it.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree with you because like Bruce Lee inspired Van Damme, and without Bruce Lee, Van Damme would have been Van Damme. And then look how many people were inspired by Van Damme. And then you got Scott Adkins, who was inspired by Van Damme.
He gave me a lot as a kid, as he did all of us. Inspired me to do what I do today. Inspired me to, you know, make my physique as good as I could make it and to train as hard in martial arts. I loved those movies, and you know, he's part of the reason that I do this today. And it is what it is, you know. That is the truth, and I'm not afraid to say it.
But Van Damme was inspired by Bruce Lee, so it's all comes back to Bruce Lee.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Scott
all...
Adkins to some young kid, you know, inspired by Scott Adkins.
Yeah, and it's really cool that you're basically passing it on, because there's a lot of, you know, the next generation under us who are very inspired, obviously, by Boyka and a lot of the other stuff.
It's all about like we know, like our origins lead to Bruce, and I just thought that was, like I said, I'm not bashing dude. I'm just saying I wouldn't have said that shit because it was wrong, and I think he should have handled it better to apologize. It was, you know, that's me, that's my thought, but that was that one thing that got me, and then I shouldn't say it.
Sam.
Okay, I'm gonna say it.
Just say it.
Now, like I said, this is not to bash. We had a conversation. I said, like, yo, bro, what's going on? Like, can I get an opportunity? He says, and then he was like, how many movies you see with two black guys fighting each other? Now, I was like, you played Mike Tyson. What are you talking about? I looked at him like he was high again. Like he was taking something, a PED. I don't know what the fuck he was taking. So I was like, Mike Tyson, bro. And he said, but come on. Who do you see? You see a guy playing, you know, you're fighting a different, you know, nationality, ethnicity. And I'm like, bro, listen, my first 5 years, I played everything but a black person. I even played a Russian guy. I played Middle Eastern. I played Spanish. You know, I mean, I played so many different ethnicities, bro. So what does that even mean in my case? And it was just like, I had enough of him. I called him a punk on Twitter. I was like, yo, bro, you ain't right. And he blocked me from Twitter. I was like, okay, that's all good. I mean, he said some other stuff that, you know, to the left, but I ain't gonna get into that. But this was this part I'm about to tell you is the crazy part. I would get a phone call. Actually, my agent was the first person that told me this. He says, Marcus, I was like, yeah. He said, do you know I've been calling your number, and every time I call your number, Michael Jai White answers the phone. I was like, you foolish. No. Dude, word is seriously, I have no idea how that happened. And it kept happening. A friend of mine, Sifu, Master Crystal Santos, who she's also an actor, stunt person. She says, "Do you know I just talked to Michael Jai White when I dialed your number? Are you like it happened again?" And it kept happening. I reached out to Jai White. I just didn't get a response. And then we were going to this.
Well, you know what you should have done? You should have called your own phone number, and then you would have got Michael Jai White. That's how you reach out.
You know what? Yeah, you think about. I feel stupid now. Yeah, right. I should have done that. But so we're in Atlantic City at a martial arts convention. One of the best martial arts conventions. I love going to it. But I saw him in his. I'm sorry.
Alan Goldberg's event.
Yes,
right? Yes, exactly.
He's great. He's great. He's awesome. Shout out to Sifu. How you doing, sir? So I see Jai White and his lovely wife. I'm cool with her. She's a lovely woman. She's a lady. He's blessed. Mm-hmm. He's blessed to be, not just because she's beautiful, because she's beautiful inside. And I'm actually happy that he has that, so it can ground him.
Okay.
Dude, everything I'm saying to you, I've said to his face. So I got no,
he knows he's blessed. He talks about how blessed he is. In fact, one of my friends did an interview with him at last year's Sifu Alan Goldberg's event, and they were talking about his relationship, how he's just so lucky because he has her in his life.
We've known each other 26 years, and it feels like all the magic of a new relationship.
So
yes, yes, she is, and she's an actress. I mean, she's been doing it just as long as he has. So she's like one of the first video vixens, like in hip hop music, like LL Cool J, and then she was on Martin, and every show you will see her, and she's cool. She's awesome. She comes from a great family. I'm cool with her.
Yeah.
And she, like, when Straight Outta Compton came out, she hit me up and it's like, I'm just proud of you. And I was like, thank you, sister. I thank you. I see her as a big sister type.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So then I said, I saw Michael and I was like, I gotta talk to this guy because something's going on. I gotta talk to him. So I said, how you doing? Can we talk? And he's like, okay. And I wanted to do it where nobody was around, but he wanted to be where he wanted to be. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about what's been, transpiring with our conversations back and forth. And, it wasn't an argument. It wasn't an argument. It was a disagreement. And he got a little, his voice kind of went up a little bit, but it wasn't an altercation type thing. It was just men talking. We're having man talk. That's what we were doing. And other people saw it and thought, these two big black dudes are gonna fight. Oh shit. I mean, seriously, that's what people, I mean, they that's what they thought. I remember Grandmaster Wallace, Bill Wallace, was like, hey guys, you guys, come on, let's we're all martial artists here. Come on, you guys, you gotta stop. I was like, no, we're not doing nothing. We're just talking. And then I found out that his wife was feeling like nervous and scared. And I was like, oh no, I don't want no woman to think I'm a thug.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want that because I'm not. Never been.
Just in the movie only.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be that criminal. I'll be the villain. I'm good. I get paid. That's what I get paid for. So, and then we kind of left it there. And then, my career was doing this thing, and I would see the movies he would come out with. I like 60% of them.
Okay, that's fair.
It is, no, I love. I'm still a fan of Michael Jai White's, you know, and I use some of his strategy because he really didn't do he kind of went away from the action film to pursue like dramatic, you know, things, and he is a great actor, but I love his martial arts movies, I really do, but there's one thing it's missing. He is very fast. He's faster than a bantamweight at his age. It's phenomenal. Athletically, I mean, he can do just about anything. But he doesn't have what Bruce Lee and Wesley Snipes have. Soul. You need, like, when Wesley Snipes fights, he makes he makes guys just look bad, but it's a style. I think good styles in film make the movie. And that's what I liked about all the people we grew up watching. Richard Norton had this, you know, drag out, I'm gonna fight you streak, painful. We're gonna fight. That, you know, and Cynthia Rothrock, I mean, she was doing like this, doing everything. Her style was different. Then you had Sacha Mitchell. He was doing the Dutch kickboxing, the Dutch Muay Thai style. That was his thing. You know, and Sammo Hung, come on, he's like another he's the prototype. So we all, that's what I loved about the martial arts films, because there was so much variety.
Of course, Van Damme and Seagal, very unique styles.
Even Seagal. Listen, I've been having this crazy thing on Facebook. I put there was a post that Ronda Rousey can say that she can beat up Steven Seagal easily.
If there's anything bad about Gene to my face, I would be forced to do so. Of course I would. I had to make him crap his pants a second time.
Oh my God! Did you hear what she said?
What'd you say, my man? What'd you say?
Ridiculous.
I said she shouldn't be saying stuff like that, because you're gonna get women hurt. And I know a lot of capable women like that can knock. I've seen women knocking dudes out. My wife is one of them. You know, she choked me out once with a rear naked. So, you know, so I understand that. But my thing with Steven Seagal, I've worked with him twice. Yes, he's a wackadoo. He's a wackadoo. Yes, he's a wackadoo.
It is the truth.
But I don't dismiss his achievements in martial arts. If it wasn't for him, people wouldn't want to start doing what. When people were watching him, they loved the realistic thing.
Sure.
And it was realistic because he was fucking them up, fucking the stuntmans up, you know. And I know a lot of those guys, and I had the fortune and honor to meet the late great Grandmaster Judo Gene LaBelle. And you know what, the thing, I brought that up to him. He says, you know, so long ago, he said, we need to be nice to him. And I was like,
wow, cool.
This is another godfather of you know, MMA, saying be nice to, like him, the ultimate tough guy.
Seagal had enough, man. People need to leave him alone. The comments section on any Seagal video I post is brutal, man.
It's brutal.
Like, leave the dude alone.
Johnny, leave him alone, man. He's had enough. All the sides when he's had enough, man. What is wrong with you, Johnny?
Give credit where credit's due. Let's respect him as a martial artist and an action film star, and leave the other negativity alone.
It's like we don't have to be. That's one thing about separates the normal people from the martial artists. We see it's our job to see somebody else's weakness, but just because we see it, we don't have to put them on Front Street about it.
That's amazing. You are so talented. Wait a second. Something's not right here. You're a phony. Hey, this guy's a great big phony.
You know, I gotta put him on blast and expose it.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I like with Michael Jai White. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna put him on blast. For what?
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Whatever happened with the phone number? Like, did that get resolved, or?
Oh, I got a new phone.
You just got a new phone? Okay, you're just
got a new phone.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just. Yeah, that's it.
Mm.
And it was my. You know what I felt? I was like, you know what? I just realized we're never going to do an action film together, and that's the sad part because the fans want. A lot of fans are rooting for him. I'm rooting for him still. I think his best is yet to come, and I think a villain like me would really make him look like good, because
Here's
nobody
the
like me
interesting thing.
is in action. Nobody's like me.
Well,
in
here's
action
the
film.
interesting thing. Like, so he made the argument, there's no two black people fighting each other in a movie. But it's just like, that's why you should do it. If it hasn't been done, then do something new.
That would, yeah, and that was the way I was feeling, and I met him. I saw him in November last year.
Okay.
And it was like we talked about it. We talked about everything that was going on. Some things he was like, I'm not like that. But it's like, okay, he didn't acknowledge some of the things, but the fact that we were talking and it was a good conversation, it was good.
Okay.
And I brought up Creed 3 to him.
I seen that last night, actually.
Yeah, I brought that up. He was like, okay.
And there you go. Two black guys fighting each other, and that movie made over $100 million worldwide in the first week. So there you go.
It's a good. If you have a good script and you have like the actors that are passionate about their roles, because I don't care what type of role I have, if it's for for scale or for big money, I'm gonna treat it like it's like my best day in my life, because I'm blessed to work. Like I still have that hunger, but I also have like mad respect for the people that came before me, because it made it easier. It really did.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna, as a martial artist, I'm always gonna respect Michael Jai White because he came before me, but he's not a fighter though. But
like I said, you could say that because you actually did have real professional fights.